Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about the Umbrella Academy, and is it worth the watch? Before we jump into the video, I just want to do a quick channel update for everyone who is wondering where I've been for the last few months. I've written a novel. It is a sci-fi novel, of course, in a far future where mankind has invented a technology called cyclic. It allows humans to control nanotechnology that becomes anything and everything they can imagine it to be. The story revolves around the good that can come from future technologies like this, and the bad that follows innovations as well. The book is currently with my editor, and I'll be self-publishing through Amazon in the next couple of months. I'm so excited to share this story with all of you. I literally cannot wait to talk about some of the crazy things that happen, and some of the morally gray issues that come up, and as humanity will someday potentially face. If you're interested in this, please head over to Twitter now and await further news to come. Thank you. So what is the Umbrella Academy? Well, the Umbrella Academy is the newest Netflix original flying through the pipes of the World Wide Web. The show, in its most basic classification, is a superhero team-up. What makes this show unique, however, are the characters they create in order to tell this superhero team-up. Before this series was ever layered on to the Netflix original push to save subscribers from leaving their platform because Disney just yoinked every superhero in existence, it was a comic book. It was an award-winning comic book, in fact, created by Dark Horse Comics back in late 2007. This curious story follows 8 main characters: Sir Reginald and his 7 of his facade children, which he exclusively names numbers 1 through 7. The children enter the story first, all of them born on the exact same day to different mothers that weren't pregnant the day before. Sir Reginald then travels across the world in order to obtain some of these mysterious children and purchases 7 of them. His goal from the very beginning was to establish the Umbrella Academy, using these mysterious kids who, oh yeah, also have very weird superpowers. What really makes this show for me, frankly, is that it doesn't have a Superman, meaning every power the children discover that they can wield also comes with an interesting adverse effect that, frankly, haunts them, most of the time, haunts them as who they are throughout the series. Without spoiling any of the powers or revealing more than I should in this worth the watch, the powers are everything and define them as people. The show demands that early on Sir Reginald picked them just for that, to fight crime, to save the world, to be the task force of ass-kickers to save the girl and thwart ne'er-do-wells. But the way he goes about getting the children to utilize their power is best described as disgusting. Verbal and nonverbal abuses to these children that look to him as the only father that they've ever known, while he views them as experiments. It creates an incredible story of circumstance as we, the audience, experience the show mainly in the future where all the kids are grown up, but then over time see brief flashbacks that explain how they turned into a fudged up mess. Many of the adverse effects are self-inflicted. They live with the decisions that this person made for them many years ago, and frankly, it's everything. It's why they're messed up. Throughout the show, we learn about the relationship that these 7 develop as basically normal people that have the same fame as children actors before their lives become mundane or lackluster. Seeing how their superpowers play out as everyday people is an excellent storytelling mechanic, because it better immersed me in the show as a whole. Like, am I able to relate to these as regular people and mentally go, if I could do that, just this one tiny thing, would I do that? I mean, one of the superpowers seems like it would be broken, like it would make life infinitely easier. Surely nothing bad can come from using this superhero power on my own family. And that's kind of the issue that comes up and what really makes this show. The show also comes up with a few awkward, lighthearted moments that, to be completely honest, made me feel really uncomfortable for no other reason than it was unexpected. In retrospect, they've become somewhat of a charming feature that trends on Twitter and Reddit, and fandom cracks jokes about how they were key points in the show. When they happen, you'll know. They involve dancing, but just my personal taste. I think, again, in the moment, it just caught me off guard, and now I look back and it's a lighthearted moment. Let's move on and talk about the cinematography. It's bloody phenomenal. They manage a vibrant display of color akin to a comic book. Not a comic book, not like Edge of the Spider-Verse, but very beautiful coloring, amazingly shot, while also not taking away from the story just to flex their creative hubris. The show excels at pairing unusual things together to create something refreshing. For instance, the fight scenes are often paired with an upbeat, sometimes humorous music that feels so out of place at first, but by the end of it you become hypnotized while superheroes do superhero things poorly. And finally, let's talk about the endgame. As far as original endings go, it's nothing new. It's a time travel plot with some side flair that provides a nice twist, but at the end of the day, the show deals with time traveling from the start. It's quite clear early on who the bad guy is going to be and really how the entire series plays out early on. I experienced that, wife experienced that, friends, family, they experienced that as well. But again, worth watching. Worth experiencing everything, even if I spoiled it for you right now, which I'm not. If you like tormented superheroes trying to do their best with what they're given, a story of time travel beautifully shot with an outstanding cast of people, all coming back together to save the world in an arguably expected threat, the Umbrella Academy is definitely worth the watch for you. And with that, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I hope that you will look into the show more, and if you watched it, please let me know if my recommendation helped, as well as your thoughts on the show afterward. Be sure to subscribe for more videos, as well as get ready for Cyclic, a sci-fi experience created by yours truly, which we'll be releasing in the next couple of months. It is a grand, bold tale that I hope impresses you. You are amazing. I love you. Patreon, you're amazing. Much love, everybody. Hope to talk to you again soon.